Hi, welcome to Gemstone Tarot. Gemstone Tarot. I found the moon diary. Excuse me, I found the moon diary. Yes, I think you'll find it was under a pile of crap downstairs. And I found it. Yes. So here it is. Whoomp. Look what's happening tomorrow. Look at that. Look at that. And there isn't even a picture about it. I'd have thought they'd have done a picture about that. They do a picture about other things. We just get, well, just get the two fish going in different directions, and boy, will they be going in different directions. Yes, they will. Okay, we're using the Straight Talking Tarot again. Oh, people are getting up. I'm doing this quite early in the morning today. Well, I say early in the morning, it's not exactly sparrow farts, do you know what I mean? It's more kind of, well, brunch time, yes. If one was a hobbit, might be considering one's second breakfast, yes. But yes, I can see my neighbours are getting up and getting out. They're very sporty, the people in that house, they do like proper, you know, like when you see Homer Simpson. Well, that's me, you know, when he goes outside the gym and he goes, "Oh, Gim." That's me going to a gym. Gim. But across the road, they do it proper. You can tell, like the stuff where, I don't know, like I sometimes watch videos of it and think I might die just watching it. You know, it's like, come on! Probably spinning and things where people go team! Like that. Come on, team! I did used to go, a long time ago, about 10 years ago, I did used to go to, God, what was it called? It was like supposed to be a mixture of yoga mixed with strength training type thing. It had a name that I can't remember. And the woman was so scary that ran it. The other thing was it had really good tunes, and it was kind of, you know, you'd be there and there'd be an abs section, obviously, oh my God, and in the middle of you going like this, she'd be like, "Come on team, bring it up," like this, and then there'd be this really good tune on, and I'd be just really like wanting to rock out, but you couldn't rock out, and it seemed like such a bad idea that you were trapped on a mat while there were good tunes and nobody was dancing. That was 10 years ago, and you know, I should have known. Body balance, that's what it was called. That sounded a lot nicer than it turned out to be. I was like, body balance, a little bit of that airplane thing, you know, maybe the embarrassing standing on one leg. Body balance, yeah, make a mixture of yoga and Pilates or something like that. That woman, she was scary as hell. We had another teacher for a while who did it as well, who was so fit that I did a class with her through 6 months of her pregnancy and I never even knew. I know. Right. Now I can slip in the fact that the Ace of Cups upside down is our overall arching card. Lordy, 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 still using Straight Talking Tarot because I think we need it around the time of this eclipse. The eclipse. Right, oh, it's making my nose run just with the whatever it, maybe it's that. It's like, there's Gemma's nose. Okay, Ace of Cups in reverse. I'm not going to say good things about it because it's a difficult card, but I do think there's a massive dose of reality being served up with the eclipse that's coming, and I don't think it's going to be quick or straight away or like woof, you know, gosh, I didn't even get time to spit out, as my mum might say, but it's a trajectory of drawing out. Like they do with medical things. Nice. Drawing something out, okay? Then, That is the right way up, isn't it? Yeah. And this kind of makes sense. It's the 5 of Wands. And normally, I have to say, normally I don't like words on cards. But I quite like them on this deck. Partly because they're not just generic, you know, they're accurate. They're what I would have already said. Either that or I am just generic myself. Always good to discover you're just generic. Great. Yeah, ego is interesting here. Crossed wires is interesting here. Opinions, God almighty, I mean opinions. Yeah. Only welcome if you asked for them. There's something here about relationships getting a bit gritty, about communication being a bit crossed. Not just a rave dance in the 90s. That was probably my rave dance in the 90s. Something like that. I always ended up dancing a bit like a flapper that was listening to ABBA, really. But anyway, let's have a look. Let's go top down. Let's go top down. Oh, Jesus, look at that. See, to me that looks straight. But what do I know? We haven't got a spirit level. But boom. Do you like that? Do you like what I did there? I like what I did there. Okay. That's half the battle, isn't it? So look, we've got our Ace of Cups in reverse. Ugh. Is what it is. Then we've got the 5 of Wands, which is cross wires, grittiness in relationships. Maybe it's not even a robust exchange of views either. It's more of a passag. Well, if you want to. Well, I suppose it'll have to be. You know, is that okay? Well, I suppose it will have to be. That's 5 of Wands. Then we get, this is rather nice actually, Page of Pentacles. And this is, I know it says study at the top, but we don't have to go along with all of the words, do we? Because what I'm thinking for this is putting all that crap out of your mind and just going back to basics. Like an apprentice of the earth. Like I am an apprentice human. You know, this eclipse, that's the word I'm looking for. And I also get the sun upside down as being a lunar eclipse. This eclipse is just teaching us to begin again at the game of being human, because we might need a hard reset from the past quite a few years. Eclipses are kind of 6 months, but for me they kind of do a bouncy ball from one eclipse to another. And I know, and this is really weird, but I know there was eclipses in 2019, and I feel like we're picking up on those again. And it's giving me an itchy eye. So we have the sun in reverse, we kind of know, and then we have this. I admit, do you know what? Oh gosh, I'm tired this morning. I saw that as a piece of toast. Am I dreaming about breakfast? I'm going to row this piece of toast right across the lake, and then I'm going to butter it within an inch of its life. Anyway, I'm in a funny mood today. I have just had a coffee. You don't normally get me when I've had a coffee, because I normally make these later in the day. So I do have the remnants here of caffeinated. Look how big that is. That's my big cup. You can't see that. It look really dirty if you see it like that. I'm going to just take a moment. I'm just going to take a moment. I'm taking a moment. I have to show you my cups. I love my cup. This is my cup. This is my morning coffee cup, right? Can I tell you, and I'm, you know me, if you've seen the kitchen, I am a huge mug fan, but I am fussy AF. This one, I hit pay dirt. I hit pay dirt. It has this rough earthenware outside. Look at that. It feels like I'm drinking out of a cliff, like a sandstone cliff. And then the handle also, good handleage. Then I think, I mean, it's massive. It's massive, massive, or as the boy used to say when he was little, that's maffis. That's maffis. I do like this kind of fluting on the handle. See? The way it attaches. But also, and I hope this doesn't look grubby, I don't think it does, this sky blue interior, so that what you're drinking out of isn't earthenware, it's actually properly sealed beautifully around the rim. I love this, and I went back to get a second one when I realised how much I loved it, because believe me, I put it through a dishwasher as well every day. It comes out beautiful. I went back to the very independent shop that I bought it from. I do love an independent mug shop, and it's one of those independent shops, I don't know if you have these, where it's in a little arcade of other independent shops, and they're really lovely people, right? The husband and wife, I think, or maybe they're not partners, I don't know, but they don't seem to ever want to sell anything. Like, it's twice now that they sell the best mugs in the world by accident, I think, because they sort of have relationships with artists, and then they'll put some of their stuff in, and there you are. I bought a white one a while ago that I loved, and I was like, can I get hold of this? Oh, you know, I never really spoke to that one again. And you're like, why not? And then this one, they were like, yeah, I don't know when we're ever going to have any more of those. He kind of sells them at art shows, and they're really, really, really expensive. And I'm like, I mean, this was expensive. This was in English money. This was £30, which is not extortionate, but apparently he sells them at art shows for a hell of a lot more than that. So I feel very blessed to have one, but I'm going to hunt this down. And also, look, it has, apart from the 4 splodges, it has no signature on it. Anyway, the Hierophant is in reverse. I'm going to do a recap because I did go off on a mug journey. But if you know me, I mean, yeah, there are mugs galore. I have mugs here that I don't drink out of, but I've still kept because they're just so freaking gorgeous. Right. Ace of Cups in reverse. It's like an awakening. It's like a dawning. It's like an emotional rinse through. You know? It's like they never cleaned the slushy machine, and then they did. The grittiness of relationships, the crosswires of being exposed. We're going back to basics of being a human. The eclipse is the eclipse. We are not rowing a piece of toast across the lake, but we are finding a way forward with this. And then the Hierophant in reverse. The conventional teachings probably aren't going to stick this time. So this is like you're kind of carving out your own knowledge, which is what creativity is all about. It's what great things are all about. It's what happens when you create something ex nihilo, out of nothing. So what we're doing is we're creating something out of a void. And people, that is a lot. Anyway, leave me a comment. I will see you tomorrow. Namaste.